Hi, this is Ellie with Full Moonlight Tarot 20. Happy Easter. It's Easter Sunday as I'm recording this. Happy Easter to those of you who celebrate. I have here a very interesting reading. And I had to ask Spirit for clarification because I wasn't sure when I first laid out the 3 cards if this was pertaining to you or someone in your surroundings. Now, you, the viewer, are in your Empress energy. I see that here at the bottom of the deck. Whether you are feminine or masculine doesn't matter. Empress energy is someone who, they're not action driven. They're at this place where they are attracting, right? You don't have to get up and go after the things that you want. You trust that, and you manifest and you trust that these things that you are wishing for, that you're attracting, that they're coming to you magnetically, and you are attracting these things. You are in an abundant energy. The Empress embodies all 4 queens in the tarot, all their qualities. So she's really sitting in her power, and she's very fulfilled. This is an energy of someone who really loves their life. They put an air of creativity and fulfillment into everything that they do. And they have very healing energy. So this is very much divine feminine energy. And because you're in this energy, you're attracting a lot of people to you, even people who before may have walked away from you, who you were too much for. Because a lot of times when you're in this energy of you're standing in your power, it's going to repel the people who are not able and willing to do that work on themselves in order to match your energy. People who have wounds and traumas and things that they're not willing to look at in order to learn and grow as you have. So what I have here is someone around you. It looks like a masculine energy to me because we have a Knight of Swords here and all the characters on the cards are male. It doesn't have to be a man, but this is definitely masculine energy. Could be a woman in her masculine energy, and masculine energy is always someone who's very action driven. They don't rely on their intuition too much. They're very much action driven. And this person, it looks like, is getting into their Ace of Cups energy. Now, the Ace of Cups is a lot of times read as a new beginning in love, but I see this as the self-love card. So this person has finally been put into a place by the universe, by spirit, where they have to face themselves, and they're finally able to look at themselves and see where their patterns have driven them to do self-sabotaging things. And they're starting to finally feel compassion for themselves. So this is very much the energy of someone who's finally able to have compassion for themselves, stepping into that energy of self-love. Because before you can have any kind of reciprocal loving relationship with other people, you first need to have a loving relationship with yourself. You need to have self-love, self-awareness, self-acceptance, right? Now, with the Hierophant, that to me is the card of a spiritual awakening. This person is definitely going through a spiritual awakening, and that is triggered by seeing you in your Empress energy. You're detached from this person energetically, where before you might have had an energetic attachment, which has held this person back from doing that work on themselves. And now that you've withdrawn your energy, now this person can finally focus their entire energy on themselves and on their surroundings and on their life. So now they're going through that spiritual awakening. And with the Knight of Swords energy, this person used to be, again, very action driven, but they didn't think it was an energy of not thinking before you leap, someone who makes really erratic and sudden decisions for their lives without thinking about the consequences. That is very much what this energy is. They're making very quick and sudden decisions in their life, and they're not thinking with their heart. They're only thinking with their head, right? So these were all very intellectually based decisions they were making for their life. And there was absolutely no love reflected in how they structured their life, right? And this includes the people that they had around themselves. None of those relationships were that they entered were based on love. They were all based on probably status-based decisions, right? How will I look with this person? And what can they bring to my life? How can they maybe even enhance your material status, right? Your wealth. So now with the Five of Cups, they're coming to the realization of all the decisions that they've made, and they're not liking it. They're seeing how they've self-sabotaged themselves over and over again in their life with all the decisions that they've made, with all the people that they allowed around them, with the love they don't have that they really want, because the cup cards are all about love, and they're realizing that their life is devoid of love. Now with the Eight of Cups, that to me is definitely a card of, I realize that I've been going the wrong path this whole time, and now I'm going to make a complete turnaround and I'm going to walk towards my happiness. So they're finally ready to leave behind all that negativity, all the people in their life that weren't serving them, all the situations in their life that weren't serving them. And they're finally, and they might be coming towards you, though I don't see that, but it's very possible they're finally going on this journey, first of all, of self-discovery, the spiritual awakening, this journey of finding themselves. And as they're doing that, they're finally able to drop all the negativity, everything that's held them back, and they're walking towards their happiness. Whether that's with you or not, it doesn't matter. But I feel like there's got to be some kind of energetic soul connection between the two of you, that your energy has sparked them, that or even the absence of your energy has sparked them to the point where now they're finally able and ready to work on themselves and change their life for the better. This is beautiful energy, you guys. So you just sit back and you keep doing you, because you're doing great. And you might hear from this person. I don't see communication cards in this spread. But though the knights can sometimes be communication cards, but let this person work on themselves. Whether they are going to re-enter your life or not, you're going to see a change in them. Or maybe you're going to hear about them, that they've been making some changes in their life. But regardless, this is beautiful. And just know that your Empress energy has an impact on a lot of people around you. It's got an impact on everyone that you touch, right? You touch everyone around you with your energy. Every room you walk into feels that energy, feels that change. That's a really powerful position you're in. So be careful with that, because your voice has a lot of influence, and everything you say can change a person's life. Like, you may not even be aware of how, when you speak to someone, if you say something uplifting to them, that could change their entire life, that they're always going to hang on to that, and they're going to make changes in their life based on what you say. And in the negative too, if you say something negative to someone, which I don't think you would, being in that Empress energy. But even sometimes if you're having a bad day and maybe you vent a frustration about someone, that can also drive them to do negative things with their life, right? So just be aware of the power that you wield, the power that you hold, and know that you carry a lot of healing energy. You walk into a room and people feel that healing energy and people get what they need from you. So also make sure that you don't let yourself be depleted. Make sure that you do things that uplift you and raise your vibration and fill your energy up again, right? So that's what I got for you today, guys. This is a beautiful reading. Happy Easter, and we'll talk again soon.